here we go. Another video right here from Tournament Guidebook, right? The book by Vishnu Warrior, one-liners, mantras, and axioms, right? Dropping very soon. So with that being said, we get into today's video. What is today's video? The spider web. Okay, so don't be grossed out. In fact, I understand. I used to be grossed out by spiders and spider webs myself. In fact, if I see a spider around here somewhere, I'm putting up the hands. It's going down, right? Everything stops, right? We see a spider, throw them hands, or turn on the saber, and everything in my path is getting burnt up, right? So with that being said, though, spider web, how does this relate to chess? How does this relate to chess? Spider webs, if you think about a spider web, right? Spider web has all these points, right? So it becomes like this big web, right? All connected. And what this is in chess-wise is, think about this, right? Is variations, right? Variations you're going to have in your games. So think about that. Spider web, right? When you're thinking and calculating your variations, it's a spider web of variations. Now, of course, in here, this is a secret tip, Jedi code number 9122, says that, of course, you need to be looking at the most forcing of these spider web that you have analysis variations. So if you have all these lines, you got all these lines you're looking at, all these possibilities in the spider web, you have to first look at the most forcing, and then you go down the line, right? That's going to help you today. So hopefully you can remember that, because that's going to help you when we need it, when we get to this part in today's analysis. Let me catch it with the chat one time. Spiders are the cutest. Stop it right now. Don't do that right here. This is a family channel. Vishnu the soldier, that's right. Okay? When I see a spider, I touch it. You're gross. I've been broken things over spiders. Yeah, me too. Absolutely. Yeah, I punched a hole in the wall before. Let me take that back. No, I have. Okay. Spiderweb relates to chess and complicated trap. The Stafford leads me right. The web of possible games tree. Yes, correct. Yes, the forcing. That's right. 9,122. Got to look at for the most forcing and variations. That's right. Phantom Master Plunger. When I see the prior, I touch it. It has me crying. Yeah, that's gross. Like, oh, there's a spider. Let me touch it. Bruh. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to move on. And we're going to get to today's game. Right? This is a family check. Come on, Underground Queen. Like, this is ridiculous. This is absolutely gross. Gross. Gross, right? NJ, yo, thanks for gifting a sub over to my guy, Devin Booker. Can you or mod make there a 1,000? You know what? LAH, you are correct. Hey, I don't know if you can do that. If you can't do it, then send me a message right now, Phantom Master Cleanser, with what LAH just said. So we can either make that a command, or you can try to make it through Nightbot, I think with Streamlabs. So just send me that message, bro. Spiders belong to the streets. Who knows about them belongs to the street quotes, though? That's right. Spiders belong to the streets. They for the streets. That's right. I agree. I hate spiders. Big facts. NJ, thanks for gifting us out to my guy, Devin Books. That's right. All right, yo. So look, today's analysis today. Remember, spiderweb of variations. Starting with the most forcing moves first is what you want to look at when you're looking at these. All right, cool. This game is from 2002. The event is called Bled. B-L-E-D, like Bled. Like, wow. Strange event name. But that's the event name. White was Alexandra Dimovsky versus Zhu Zhao. So shout out to the ladies, because this is a ladies game, but very strong. And actually black, in fact, Zhu Zhao is a grandmaster, not a WGM, a grandmaster. So let's put that out there. She nice. Okay. She nice with these pieces. So, all right, here we go. And E4, C5, Knight F3, D6 for all you Najdorf fans out here. Raise your hand. Okay. I like a Najdorf myself, but you know me, I'm dirty Harry these days. I literally just spent, I went camp today in studies on that Sicilian. But Najdorf, I did spend a lot of time studying the Najdorf Sicilian as well. So shout out to you Najdorf fans. If you like the Najdorf, this is going to be a treat for you. So after D6, D4, right? Obvious moves. Of course, we're going to fly through a lot of these because this is straight mainline theory. After snaps, Knight F6, Knight C3. Mainline theory, guys. If you don't know any Najdorf theory, then you need to go through it, Google it, right? Find it. There's many ways you can find the opening moves as of right now in the Najdorf Sicilian. And then knight b3, which is usually one of the weird moves. I mean, sideline move 6 in a way, because usually you'll see knight b3 after the e5 move, which usually indicates the English attack a lot with bishop e3. Or you may have the very sharp Rosser type stuff with bishop g5. You even have the Sozin variations, which is bishop c4, which is Bobby Fischer's favorite with the white pieces. Fantasy or Indra, thanks for the follow. Right, so you have bishop g5, f4. Yeah, I studied a lot of this theory. In fact, in my last tournament, Chicago Open, I played the Najdorf twice over the board with the black pieces, got 2 draws. One against one of my nemesis, Kyron Griffith. Shout out to him. Very strong. He got like 2 IM norms. We got a draw. Crazy draw. You can check that video too. The other one was against a young prodigy. I mean, you know, he's just barely tall enough for his feet to not be swinging in the chair when he sits down, but he's very strong. He's already a master. And in fact, we got a draw there as well. So, which you could also see that as well in the analysis on the YouTube channel. So, in the Chicago Open playlist, right? And Najdorf fire. Najdorf is fire stuff. So, if he plays knight b3, there's a lot of study. Wow, kids, I know, right? Kids, them too much. Yeah, I never have a plan with knight b3, because I'm not used to attacking on the queen side. Here, you can go many routes. e5 is usually a plan. You have a knight c6, g6. I mean, you can go many ways. You can even call what they call the Dragendorf, which is mixing the dragon and the Najdorf together, which is a6, obviously Najdorf, or you can play g6 in a Dragendorf fashion here. Now, e6 is what was played. e6 is more Scheveningen style, right? And Garry Kasparov used to use the Scheveningen variation after his Najdorf days. So if you look at his Najdorf stuff, you know Garry from being one of the greatest Najdorf players ever. And then later in his career, he started playing the Scheveningen, which is slightly different. Of course, this is still Najdorf, but it's Scheveningen style, because usual Najdorf, you play e5. Now, this is still flexible. You can still play e5 or d5, but you've now wasted the tempo. And for people at home here, you block both of your bishops, which is very, very like problematic. If you are not good or you don't know what you're doing, you about to block with your whole face. Right, so don't even do it. I got that short and sweet. That's right. Underground Queen. Yeah, right. So much theory. Yeah, there's so much theory here, in fact. In fact, let me see. Man, I used to spin. I remember one time, and people that know that I use CHESSABLE too, right? I've been using CHESSABLE. I had at one point imagine this. I had at one point over 3,000 moves of review for all my CHESSABLE users, right? I had over 3,000 moves of review to do. And I did all of it, gladly. I love to study. But I had over 3,000 moves to review. And I go through it like clockwork, easy, running through the stuff like it's water. Now, of course, I've developed a tolerance to it, which is so I can run through a lot of material quickly. But still, this is not one that was in the book by far. E6 only happens usually in the Sozin variations. So this one is flexible. That's the thing about the Najdorf. It's very, very flexible. I'm not good. I don't know what I'm doing. But Chico, just watch all the videos. In fact, go to YouTube, just click around. You're going to get better, I promise. And Chris, and also stick around the stream always. I crush people who play this all the time because they know nothing. Yeah, I mean, here, you have to remember this. These bishops are absolutely gross. Anytime I see this, let's actually flip the board. If I see this from the white side, I'm already claiming an advantage. I'm just being honest. I'm already claiming an advantage. You blocked both of the bishops voluntarily. You wasn't forced to do this. So now you have to waste a tempo, or tempi, plural, that with these bishops to get them active. You have to put, like, this doesn't make sense to me. I'm not a fan of the e6 move, but it is playable if you know what you're doing. It does say flexibility. After e6, bishop b3, bishop e7. Castles, knight b to d7. Okay, I can't play chess competently. I'll just drop my pawn. You heard that, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. Water. This is my other pawn. I always keep pawns on me. I just like to, all chess players have something where they twirl. If you ever notice, right, you watch chess players, right, especially great ones, and they just pick up a piece and they just twirl it. What do you think? It happens all the time. I can't play chess competitively if I have less than 10 minutes. That's okay. You gotta keep working, man, and getting more games involved, more longer time. Yeah, Chronic. I've been going crazy on there. Anish Gori is almost always e6, only e5 against bishop e3. No, bro, that's actually really wrong. I done went through so much of that book, Solar Destiny, that I'm willing to bet anything to let you know that the Anish Giri course. In fact, where am I in the leaderboard? Let me pull it up right now. let you know how much I done went through this book. I know I am way higher than you 9 times out of 10 in that book. I'm checking right now because I do know the E5 is in majority of the variations, except of course, if we have to do a split, we would say like 70% or more of the variations are with the E5. Also going with what he says the three-piece setup, because the three-piece setup by Gelfand is what he says in the book is the easiest way to set up with the E5 using the Gelfand three-piece setup, especially against the English attacks. It's things you like to do. Now, E6 will be played in times where the bishop is on C4. Usually, if the bishop's not on C4, then you don't do it. So we looking this up right now. I'm about to find it, bro. Hold up. I just want to see where I'm at in the leaderboard. I'm really trying to figure that out. Bro, how many? Oh my goodness. Wait, what did that say? I know you're not. 1 second, chat. Yo, we about to see this right now. YouTube too, bro. Hold up. Let me see where I'm at. Right now, currently, because I'm studying Dirty Harry and like I'm the leading expert on that. Right, Najdorf Sicilian, I got 6,088 moves to review from Najdorf Sicilian. That's how many moves I went through. I went through even more than that. Right, in the leaderboard, I'm number 22 because I stopped. I'm number 22 out of everyone in this leaderboard. I got 4 million points just in that book alone. I know what's in that book. I know what's in that book. Okay, Canty Chess, P's merch. Yeah, we're gonna get that. Yeah, we can get that. Silent King F8. Oh yeah, you done lost your absolute. You done lost your absolute. In fact, right here is white's move. So you played F4. After F4, there was B5. Okay, after B5, Queen E2. After Queen E2, Queen C7. Right. This is and again, even from Gary's analysis, this is the three-piece setup that he liked to use. He liked to use this three-piece setup, is what he likes to call it. The three-piece setup, but usually the pawn's on E5, which gives you more space. And you always fight for D5 more with bishop B7. And you don't have to, E5 gives you more clarity in a way. But nevertheless, Zhu Zhao here, Grandmaster, very strong, playing the three-piece Gelfand setup with a little bit of Scheveningen mixed in here. D5, bishop B7, rook C8, knight B6, knight C4. Knight C5, right? You got bishop B7, D5, or E5. Castling, bringing a rook to D8. Like, you're great. You're literally great. Knight C5 is also a very good move. Black's doing fine. So after bishop D2, bishop B7, develop the pieces. Very simple here. And knight to D1. Knight to D1 is an interesting move here, chat. Interesting move. Saying stuff like maybe C3, C4, bringing a rook to the file with a smile, right? Knight E3 kind of stuff. Knight F2 with G4 intentions if you castle. There's a lot to do. Lots to do. So it is black to move. What you going to do here, chat? What would you do in this position? So we're going to start right here from you. We're going to start right here. Now it is another 13 moves left from here because it's about to get crazy in a few. But what do you do? Screen reference killing me. That's okay. Go gadgets. If you having problems, you can always go to the YouTube. Usually you can check it right an hour or so after we do the analysis on stream. You'll be able to see it. Oh, slow it down. Oh, bro, it's so much theory here, Chess Boyardee. That's why, we're going through it a little fast, but also we're getting to the point where spiderweb variations is going to be very, very important to you. But, this video could be 3 hours talking about Najdorf Sicilians and talking about Sicilians, period. This could go 3 hours and posting that to YouTube. Okay. All right. I sleep for 30 minutes, then play the rest of the game. I think white plays knight E3 to add pressure to the center. Yeah, knight E3, that's exactly what you're doing. Exactly what you're doing. Chronic for sure. You want to get D5 in, but E5 is annoying. No, that's correct. This is why many times E5, Solar Destiny, make sure you're going through your Najdorf book every day. Okay? E5 will be a time where now you wouldn't have to worry about this at all. You would never have to worry about E5 because the pawn is on E5. So D5, it now comes with E5, but you do have knight E4 because the bishop's on B7. So yes, chess is a lot of give and take. Bobby Fischer says, to give squares or to get squares, you have to give squares. Chess is a lot of give and take, right? So if I want this square, I'm going to give you this in return. If I want these squares, I'm going to give you these in return. So if you want the E5 square, well, you're going to give me E4 in return, which is bishop B7, which is really nice. Really nice. The guy that's opening play, King F8, Danny, or someone. You go crush that person. Yikes, jeez. Yeah, you will. Good stuff, Solar. Right. So after knight d1, here's the move, chat. Knight to c5. Right. Knight to c5. There's many moves you can play. Why does Najdorf get so much love and Dragon is like a stepchild opener? Is it theoretically much worse? Mine Ashes. That's a gray area, I would say. But from my experience, I've even went through Geary's course and I played some very strong players, 2,500 plus in training, and people are very booked up, to say the least. I have problems with people. My parameters are set to play nobody usually below 25 30, usually 25 30, 25 20. I usually set parameters so I don't play nobody lower than that, so I can only get strong competition every day while I'm training. With that being said, right, I remember going through some Dragon theory because Magnus says to be a better player you actually do need to study different openings. So I'm studying Dragon, going through it, because I'm like, let me just see it, right? It's some material. Let me check it. Tried it, and I'm like, yo, I'm not liking these positions. I remember playing somebody like 24-50, 24-20, and I was mad, bro. I'm like getting a slightly worse position. Now, of course, the guy is extremely good, 24-20. They're a great player. But at the same time, I was mad. I was mad because I'm like, yo, this was quick. He was playing very fast. He knew what to do. And I'm like, yo, this isn't what I'm looking for. People study that a lot. It is very active. It's very active. And in certain lines, you can get dragon positions where it's nasty. Oh, that's a beautiful type sequence. But usually, I mean, man, especially against the Yugoslav as well, if you ever study the dragon, you need to study the Yugoslav first and probably for at least a week before you start playing the dragon. And when they hit you with that Yugoslav, you get hit real hard across the face, right? Oh man, right? We got your address on file for that stretcher they're gonna send you, my guy. I enjoy the dragon positions because they can be one-sided for either side quickly. Oh, you have to be careful. Contraband says sack mate. That's right. That comes from Bobby Fischer, right? He said I had the dragon down to a science. Castle queen side sack mate, right? So that's very scary to have something down to a science, opening wise. Now in this day and time, engines have changed that. So the dragon is playable again, but with my experience, I didn't like it. I was a more fan of accelerated, which is a response to the dragon. Check the YouTube. Check my YouTube. Literally, I have a playlist. How many videos I got in there? Chat, anybody know? I got like 23, 20, 30, almost 30 videos on the accelerated dragon, which is basically the antidote to the Yugoslav. But because you play accelerated, now you have to face the Maraxi, which I have videos on how to face the Maraxi. Canty Sicilian videos are awesome. Thanks, bro. Yeah, I had a Maraxi buying over the board maybe a few times. All of them draws. And all of them against 2,400 people. So, it was good. I mean, it's a draw-like opening when you play the Maraxi bind. But other than that, I'm good. H4 and H5, send Harry and the dragon. Send Harry and the dragon? You are tripping. You could just play the Dirty Harry, my guy. In this opening, if you don't know what you are doing, you're going to lose a lot of games. Najdorf is definitely one of those that takes a lot of time. A lot of time to go through. After knight c5, there was knight to f2. And now chat is on you. Now, there's a lot of moves you can make here, and we're actually going to go through engine moves and the moves from what was played in the game. So it's black to move. How do you proceed here? What do you do? Take a stock of the position, analyze very briefly, and come up with what are you going to do. Any idea how and where it got the chess guys Batman? Actually, no, I don't. The giant piece, I have no idea where he got that from. It's pretty cool. I mean, you can probably order it and get it made too, though. From certain companies, I'm sure they do it. You can probably buy them, but shout out to my guy, by the way. I'm going to see him next month. See if we can get some content with me and Levy next month. He's going to be at the same tournament. 3 weeks from now, I'm playing in Charlotte. So he's playing the same tournament. Rook C8. We got Rook C8. Okay. What else in the chat? Get out the way. Okay. Savage means castle. That's the term we use here at the channel. Get out the way. It's castle. I'm going to just get out the way real quick. That's a castle. A viewer made it. Okay. Castle. Really? Well, you have to be, with that Solar Destiny, if a viewer made an H5 in the dragon, you actually need to study everything inside and outside of that variation. What do they play before and after H5? And all the variations that go in between. This is what takes the most time, is studying that kind of stuff. Castle, Queen C6. I like Queen C6. I also like castles. Here we go, guys. Chat, okay? Castles is first move number 1. Rook C8 is move number 2. H6 is move number 3. What she chose was D5. Wow. That's a nice move, in fact. Now, we're still not on the spider web part. I'm going to show you in a minute what that is. But, hold up. You coming to Charlotte? Yeah, I'll be in Charlotte, bro, first week. First week in Charlotte, September 2nd to the 6th. And then also every game is going to be analyzed and put on the YouTube channel as well for the next tournament. Right. But yeah, I'll be in Charlotte 2nd to the 6th. I'm going to be there. Levy going to be there. Gory. If y'all watch Gory streams, you're going to be there too, bro. It's going to be delved through that thing. Right. D5. So D5. You said, wait, what'd you say? D3? You mean for white? Oh, knight takes D3. You talking about this. Okay, gotcha. Will there be a chance at any norms at that tournament? Correct. That's what it's for, norms and points, really. Norms and points and playing people, really strong. People watch the games? Yes, it will be on charlottechesscenter.org. And if you click around, really under the events tab, once you get there, you have to click the Memorial Day event, and you'll be able to see the games that are going to be there. They're all DGT boards. You'll be able to watch. I'm going to post a link in the Discord. Click the Discord link. Y'all will be able to hang out there. And when that comes, right, I'm going to put some information in there so y'all can check in the general part. D5, white play D5. So after E5, knight F to E4. Okay, so after knight F to E4, bishop A5. This is starting to look a little wild. I mean, because it is. Because it is here, right? Amazing. I want to come see a game in person. You might be able to come hang out with us because it's probably going to be very low on spectators because it is an invitational and they don't want a lot of people there. But I do know, I think after events and like stuff like that, you can probably check the site. Like literally check the site. You can even call up there to figure out, maybe you could slip in there as one person or two that can stand outside the window and stuff as we playing games and stuff. So you never know, but you can call up there, bro, especially if you in there. And see what they're talking about. They give you some rules and regs. Just subscribe. Yeah, that's it. Yep, Charlotte Chess Center, Scholastic Calendar. You just sub. Yeah, those are my boys. Shout out to Pete and the boys over there. LAH, what do you say? Solar Destiny? Oh, okay. I see what y'all talking about. Coach Peter will let me in. Yeah, that's my guy. Big Pete. So, after Bishop A5, chat, where are you going? Where are you going? Queen's under attack. We got to move it. Gotcha. That would be a great experience. Yeah, just call up there, bro, just to be sure, like, figure out what's going on. Because I'm sure they're not trying to have, like, 100 spectators there at the venue. Charlotte Chess Center, new place, especially where they play at, it's not even like 100 people are going to be packed through that thing for real. For real. For real. So you just got to come call up there and see what's up. And if not, bro, just hit me offline. Maybe we'll go somewhere. I got some people coming up, too. A manager coming out. We're going to have some dinner while I'm out there. So, it's going to be nice. Queen C8. Woo! It's Phantom Master Plunger. Queen C6. Queen D7. Coach Peter making things happen. He's awesome. Big shout out to Big Pete, my guy. Oh, he's making it happen for real. That's one place I'm actually looking to move, low key. Outside of playing. I mean, you going to Charlotte? It's like a big thing. Yeah, it's my second time this year going to Charlotte. I went early. I think I went in March. I'm going to pay March. Check YouTube again. Analyze all 9 games. Right there in the YouTube. I think it was March. Something like that. Queen C8. Suggest Chessboy ID is correct. It's Queen C8 and we great. Right. Now, Queen C6 is a move too as well. Queen D7. Master Micah, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Queen C8. After Queen C8, Knight D4 for the score. Right. All right, Chad, it's on you. Where do we go from here? Again, we have not reached the spider web part of this position. Now, in fact, okay, technically we have reached the spider web part. The whole game is like that. Have variations, right? As a spider web, they got all these points to connect and make the web one and whole. In chess, you got the same way in variations. You have many things you can do, and you have to choose them based off of relevancy and good and bad, right? What's good, what's bad. Now, of course, you do need some experience to know what good and bad actually is, but you do need to know overall, you need to have multiple variations that you should be calculating and considering, usually 3 or more. Of course, maybe not more than like 5, right? It just depends on what the position is. Here is a position where you could use the spiderweb method, but really what we're looking for today is when it really gets nasty, when these tactics start coming out and it's time to swing, saber on, get out the way, you're going to need to figure out what to do with these spiderweb variations, and you need to lead with the most forcing of those first. Game theory calls it a tree, but a web works. You must like spiders. NJ, I think you like spiders. Ain't you the one that said something about touching them? Somebody get your mans right now. Don't we get his address on file? Send him a stretcher, please. Knight D4. After Knight D4, black to move, chat. Where you going? Debilitating. Pass. Hooray. Yo, what's up, Jim? How many legs do you have? How, has anyone ever been asked, right? How many legs do you have? In seconds of 5%. I mean, Jim. You know. Okay, so we got knight takes d3 from Savage. Then after takes back, knight takes f2. Then after queen, right? Come on, underground queen for real. Yeah, all right, cool. How was your day? Yeah, it was good. Yeah, yeah. Hey, bro, how many legs you got? What? Click. Click. How many legs you got? Who says that? Only NJ. Over here touching spiders. Gross. Get your mans. Trap the bishop. Knight a4. Okay. All right, so let me tell you what the chat says. Let me tell you what the engine says. Engine says that move number 1, castles. Move number 2, h6, and then knight takes f2. These are the moves. All the time in the bug world. Bugs chilling. Yeah, bro, what's good? Yeah, what's good, bro? Yeah, you all right? Yeah, yeah. How many legs you got, bro? Oh, I got 6. How many you got? I got 8. Oh, all right. Ridiculous. Knight takes f2, knight e4. Turn of the depth, so it sees king d7. Like I almost did that too. I was like, yeah, let me turn up the depth. King d7. Then I had to look at how stupid the move was. Then I had to look at how stupid the move was. And then I had to look at how stupid the move was. And then I saw LAH put it in the chat. So king d7 is not a move. Don't try this at home. Please don't do this. After knight to d4, castles is what's happening. After castles, knight g4, stuff's getting a little wild here. It seems pretty crazy. You don't know who's going to win. In fact, do you like black or do you like white in this position? In this position, you might say white's is slightly better just because of how it looks. Looks are very deceiving in chess, but it is black to move. What do you do in this situation? NJ's like, oh, I castled 10 moves ago. Yes, that can be a thing. Especially when white castles in the Najdorf, it is safe to say you can castle fairly quickly as well. The problem in not just the Najdorf, but many openings period is if you castle early, you can get mated very, very quickly because white didn't commit the king to that side. So as they committed their king to the king side of the board, you can do the same thing fashionably quickly as well. After knight g4, what do you do? White's trying to encase black in the tomb of pawns. That's right. Bobby Fischer, h6. Stop. Warning. So Canty, while we talking about spiders, you ever watch those watering my tarantulas videos on YouTube? Look at the camera, LAH. I want you to look right now. Are you looking? Bruh. 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 Okay. That should answer your question. Okay, pawn f5, f5, f6, f5. F5 is, it looks good, but there's something wrong. Obviously, the engine did not say F5 was it. Oh, no, it's not terrible. It's not terrible at all, in fact. After takes. So you have this. So F5 was playable. F5 was playable. I do like the fact that this is what she chose here. Zhu Zhao chose King H8. Get out the way. Have a nice day. I have some very mischievous plans in mind. After King H8, there's Rook F3. White out here about to work. Okay? White out here about to work. King's on H8. There's a Rook on F3. Jeez. Your lesson rate went up 33%. Yeah, bro. You know, to be honest, man, I have over 100 students, bro. So it's my schedule will be hectic. So I'm like, yo, to take on new ones, I have to raise the price. I have to. Like, there's just only because I don't have any more slots to do this. But it's good. It's very good. You know, shout out to all my students. I'm glad everybody's getting better and etc. So, but I had to go up. So you can only play King H8 if your grandmaster says H8. Betamax Kudrik with the silent. That's right. H5 from Savage. H5. That's right, Jim. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Rook lift. Rook F3. Rook H3. I don't like seeing those knights just parked right there. Yeah, this is, I mean, look, you know what? What's crazy is the engine says this is equal. But if I'm playing black here, I am slightly afraid. I'm just going to say I'm slightly afraid right now. Because, look, hey, man, I mean, it feels like you are moments notice away from hitting me in my forehead. right? It's getting scary. My goodness, that's just supply and demand, says Dougie Fresh. That's right. I won't need lessons from you because Gory is my teacher, but I'm sure I'm enjoying your stream. Hey, Gory, that's what's up. You getting good lessons then too. Gory's my guy. Gory's a great coach too. Congratulations. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it. Supply and demand since we push for yeah, absolutely. But yeah, make sure the quality is always top notch though. Always get notes and homework every single lesson. Notes and homework every single lesson. Rook F3, Rook H3. And that's the idea. So black now plays F5. Capture. And now, do you take with the bishop or you take with the pawn or the knight? What do you do, chat? Take with the bishop, pawn, or knight. He makes you do homework all the time. That is how you do it. Homework is the key. LAH, man. Thanks for gifting over to Mr. Charm. Yo, thanks for that sub, bro. Appreciate it. Capture with the knight from Greg. Puzzles like mad. That's right. Rook isn't an option. You know what? You're right. You're right. My bad, NJ. And for some reason, I'm missing this, but I didn't consider rook takes at all because I don't like the square on e5. I don't like how good of an outpost this is. And the rook on f6, it's only an open file. And actually, rook takes looks ridiculous, right? He just takes it, too. Like, this is gross. Base blockage, 100% premium. This is a family channel. Get that off the screen, my guy. Don't even do it to yourself. So rook takes f6 is not a move. Two-time. Two-time. And videos I have to watch, yeah, get those videos in. Rory seems like a great teacher, judging from high stream content and his singing too, bro. And he's like, yo, he can actually sing. Like, he be playing music and stuff. I saw him on Facebook playing the piano, singing. I was like, okay, I see you, bro. Like, yo, get him on the track. You know, get him in the booth one time. Right? That was funny. Mess with that. Mess that bishop, says Dre.com. Dre, where you been at, bro? Dre.com with 3 months. Appreciate you. Thanks for the 3-piece. The 3-piece. Thanks for the 3, Dre.com. All right, chat. What do you take with? What are you taking with, chat? We got knight takes f6 from elevation. Mess that bishop. He says, I guess bishop takes? Is that what you meant? Knight takes f6. I know. I took a long break. Good to see you, bro. Knight takes f6. Rook takes. Yeah, LAH trying to fake block with his face. He just trying. I mean, you can do whatever you like. You can find any building and jump off of it. But whatever happens to you is on you. Rook takes f6. Pawn takes from A-Boy. A-Boy is correct with pawn takes f6. Absolutely. That's correct. That's right. Yeah, rook's not a move. That's right. Rook takes is not a move. Pawn takes was it. Pawn takes was it. This is what she chose. Pawn takes. With the idea of, well, think about this. Now I have rook g8. And also, and this is just high-level chess, high-level thinking, high-level Jedi thinking, right? Okay, so what we have here is rook g8. And this bishop, if it's ever able to open up, this is going to be very nice. I can play rook g7, maybe queen to g8. Eventually, I might be able to play e5. If I can remove this knight, play bishop c5, I have lots of potential, lots of activity, piece activity. Very nice stuff here, right? Very nice piece activity here. From black, get the open g file. Why else play king h8? That's right, NJ. That's correct. A lot of people don't know about this technique, though. Playing king h8 and then playing f5 and taking with the g pawn so I can use the g file with a smile. So after g takes f6, there's rook h3. This feels crazy. Now, you need to be tactically inclined. If you're not doing your tactics for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you're going to lose this game automatically as black. But if you are, and, you know, you're going to be pretty nice, right? You're going to be okay. Your saber going to be pretty hot. You're going to be ready. Now, here's where we get, not really. There's a few more moves before we get to the spider web of today. The big boy spider web. Now, you should and can be using the spider web, you know, the entire game. Webs of variations. Should I go with these? Should I go with these? But this is a critical moment, but not as critical as we're about to see in the next few moves. Black plays. Here it is. Knight takes d3. Queen takes d3. After he says, I don't play f6 because of Feingold. That's right. But Feingold didn't put in the disclaimer, right? He did put, don't play f6 or don't play f3. That is correct. Never, ever play it. But the disclaimer is, right in there, is only when it's necessary or if you're after your castle, usually. Because after your castle, then that's when you actually can push these pawns. If you see, we are both castle and white has the f pawn up. And I have mine. This is the only time that it is not only. There are exceptions in chess. But usually this is one of the only times that this is acceptable. Other than that, yeah, you get smacked. Oh, yeah, 2 times. 2 times and twice on Sundays, right? So be very, very careful. It gets more critical. That's right. F5 is still real hard. You talking about right now? F5? and stare around. I mean, you're just staring awkwardly. It is an awkward stare, right? Okay, F5 does work. I never play F6 whenever he plays it. Jim, yeah, he plays it, right? He'll play F6, never play F6, right? But he's telling you, and he's correct. Like, he has that's legit. Like, you shouldn't be playing these F6 and F3 moves. But the exception is usually when you're castle and when you kind of need to, because in this case, black kind of needs to do this. Only so many games you get to play F5 twice, right? Etc. Correct. After queen takes D3, now, she actually played the #1 move here in the position, and Dre.com just said it in the chat. Bishop to C5. The #1 move here, just putting some extreme pressure here. And now, watch what happens. After knight E3, like, yo, you know what? I don't know what you're doing. I also have E5 as an immediate threat, hitting G4 for the score and the knight on E5. Bam, here it go. And now, all right, what do you do, chat? After these next 2 moves, you're now going to go through the spider web. You're going to use the spider web today, and you're going to start with the most forcing moves, right? We're really getting a lesson here today. Black to move. Where do you go? E5 anyway. Unanimous. The chat going crazy out here. E5, E5, E5. E5 and we live. Snap, snap. Knight F3. And here we go. And here we go right here. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Okay. Jeez. All right. And now, spider web. Here it is. When you use the spider web, right, there's variations. There's so many ways, right? Now, of course, there's many lines that win. But right now, think about this. Right now, you have a spider web. So in the spider web, how is the web connected? Out of all the points in the connection of that make the spider web, right? These are all variations. But you need to start with the most forcing first. The most forcing are usually checks, captures, and big boy threats. Checks, captures, sacrifices, threats, etc., etc. With that being said, what do we have here, chat? Let's go through your spider web. We see rook F3, rook takes F3. We got bishop takes E3, queen takes H3, knight F2. Okay, let's go through here. Now, I want you to keep your answers, right? One of them are correct. Somebody had it. Let's see it. Rook takes F3. If rook takes F3, I take on F3. What's your next move? Now, remember, spider webs, right? If you think about the variation that ends, or not ends, on the end of the spider webs, right? To make up, how do you get to the end? You need to have a beginning. Where did it begin and where did it end? Which means you need to have more than just the move. You need to have the follow-ups too, right? You need to have the follow-ups that got you to that move. So, what happens? After rook F3, do you have a move after rook F3? Is there a move or is this just GG? We got rook G8. You can't even put the rook on G8, Xanax. You can put the queen here. But honestly, you out here looking crazy right now. This is a GG. Oh, this is a GG. Oh, yeah, you can start a new one, big fella. Yeah, you can start a new one. You can start a new one. Rook takes F3, and he looking at you real crazy as he takes back, hit the clock, and staring at you until you make your next move. Rook takes F3 is not a move. Send the stretcher to his address. We got it on file. Start a new one. What else do we have? Actually, rook takes F3 was one. Somebody else said, let me go through. I saw rook F3. Okay, bishop takes E3. Okay, so we have bishop takes E3. I saw that one. We have a rook G8 as well. Okay, so bishop takes E3 is not it either. Queen takes E3, and now you out here looking crazy, right? This is not what you wanted, bro. Oh, D4? Okay, oh, that's cute. Oh, that's cute. Oh, man, shoot. Okay, you trying to fight. Your man's trying to fight. Wow. D4. Okay. Garbage. Straight garbage. You out here looking ridiculous. Like, you about to get mated yourself. You about to get mated. So, it doesn't work. Doesn't work. In fact, right? Let's choose one more. Let's choose one more. One more here. Rook G8. Rook G8. Okay, Rook G8. Rook G8 does work. It does work, but it takes longer. It takes longer. And what you want to do here, like this is attacking one-on-one, I teach this to students as well, is that you actually want to keep as many pieces on as possible, unless you have something greater, right, which is through tactics and etc. And you're also threatening queen takes H3 right now. But in spite of variations, right, and I teach this to a lot of students as well, you actually do need to be looking for the most forcing moves first and moves that literally don't look like they make sense. For instance, a move like bishop b6 looks absolutely ridiculous, but if it works, it wins, right? So, not necessarily always winning, but bishop b6 is gross. In fact, here's the move here, chat. I hope you're ready for it. It was already said the first person to get it was Savage with queen takes h3. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. Queen takes h3 is on the board. Sheesh. Hit that man with a move or hit that gal with a move because it was two ladies playing. And she hit that gal with a move. Took out the saber, hit her across her body 2 times, and she dropped. Queen takes h3. That's for me. Sheesh. What a move. That is absolutely disgusting. And actually, it's the #1 engine move. Queen takes h3, right? You take back. What's the next move? What's the next move? Black the move, chat. Black to move. She takes the queen. Wow, I wouldn't have done that. Absolutely, right? Spider web. Okay, when you got the spider web of variation, you need to look at everything. Look at the stupid moves. Look at the moves that make sense. Look at the ones that don't make sense. And sometimes, to your surprise, right, if you go back here, right, the move that you did not consider is the move that you should have considered. Right? It's a lot of reverse psychology kind of stuff in chess, especially when it comes to making big boy moves like this. And I teach my students this a lot. Even sometimes in my own games, I will consider moves like bishop b6 first before I look at a rook g8 or before I look at a bishop takes e3. I'm looking at rook takes f3, knight f2, knight g3, queen takes. These are my first thoughts. Now, of course, my grandfather is Tao. He taught us how to do sack first, think later. Absolutely, right? That's a lesson for another day. But here, queen takes h3, that's for me. Hit him in the knee. Sheesh. Oh, my goodness. I mean, hit this man nasty like. So, or gal, because this is 2 women again playing. Very, very strong stuff. Thanks for the follow, Crit. Appreciate you. So, rook takes f3 is correct. Take e knight. That's right. Like I said, queen takes h3, then it takes rook takes f3. And then after he protects the knight, swing the rook. That's right. Look at this. Man, this is nasty. Rook takes c3. Rook g8 and we great. Oh my goodness, the bishop's looking crazy over here. Bishop slicing through the board one time. Wow, sheesh. Scary, scary, scary. So after rook takes f3, she resigned. That's it. Game's over. Game's over, chat. She resigns right here. Resignation. Resignation. Because the position's so bad. You can't do anything. He said, Canty, the sack first, think later didn't work for me in that sub battle a couple months ago, and I got nothing after sacking my queen. Well, of course, you have to go through the class of sack first, right? Think later, right? I went through a class for that. Yes, that's the overall theme, but there's a class. Now it's like, yes, but here are the qualifications that go with it. LAH. So don't be blocking with your face out here. Never resign. If you resign, you lose. Yeah, that's right, NJ. You know, I never thought about it that way. If you resign, you lose. Wow. Jeez. Man, that's genius. Genius. This is an excellent analysis. No problem, bro. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Right. So now, after rook takes f3 here, this is over. Right. So this is over. After king g2, now she resigned right here. Well, let's finish. Let's see why. Let's look at a few moves. If bishop d2, that's not a move. Okay. Now, what do you do, chat? How do you finish this off? Black to move. Let's just finish it here, right? Spider web. We're going through our variations, looking at the most forcing first. How do you finish this? No one was resigning again. It's funny. I think she would have won if she didn't resign. Oh, she would have won. She would have won here easy. This is an easy one. This is why we're actually going through to show y'all kind of why she resigned. Rook g8 is correct, right? Rook g8 flex real hard. Sheesh, you can block with your face if you like. And if king h1, you're done. Knight f2, and what do? Yeah, it's just a wrap. It's made. And it's a fork at the same time. That's absolutely disgusting. All right, let's get that off the screen. This might be kids watching this. So after rook takes f3, king g2, right? So if king g2, what do you do here, guys? King g2 instead. Thanks to the follow. You, Tony Young. I resign. Sometimes things are obvious. Obvi. Right. Obvi. Black to move, chat. Black to move. Black to move. We can't block with horse because of bishop. Okay, take the knight. We got rook f2. In fact, both of these are correct. You can do either or. You can take the rook, which is #1, or rook f2. Let's look at both. If rook takes e3, and queen looking crazy, like what else do you do? They say best move. You know the engine like is bad when the engine tell you your best move is to take this rook. Hey, bro, you serious? Yeah, where the rest of your pieces at? Right, it's white, right? Rook G8. Hello, man. What's up? Esther Bonquito 2318. We were all just talking about how we love touching spiders. Yep. You know, you almost got banned LAH, but then I remembered it was you. Thanks for the follow, Jim Caster, bro. Hey, man. Hope you have a good one. All right, we're looking at the end of this. Here's a very nice game. We're talking about spider web strategy, how to use the web of variations, especially using the 14 moves first when in your spider web variations. So here, this is pretty nice after Queen D1. Now you could play Rook G8, which is pretty simple, right? King F1. I mean, you can take on H3. There's no checks anymore. Maybe you could go Rook F8 check, King G2, and then Rook. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Look at that! Wow! Hope you had your puzzles for breakfast. Sheesh! Wow! King G1, Rook E2 check, King F1, Knight G3. Sheesh! Oh my goodness! Vishnu, what's good, my guy? All right, so what about here then? King H1, right? King H1, hitting. You know, hitting like gross. Sheesh! Oh man, this is like disgusting. Rook G3 is disgusting. Yo, that's disgusting, bro. So after Queen takes H3 again, right? This is where we use the spiderweb variations the most. Is when you have positions like this, right? This is going to happen to you today or tomorrow, or like literally, this probably even happens to you today. You have a position where you know you're winning, or you know you feel like something's here, but you don't know. And now, with that being said, you got to use this spiderweb of variations, starting with the most forcing moves and moves that you may not consider first, and you find things like this. Bam! Whoa! Sheesh! That's like getting shocked across the body, knees buckling in a boxing match. Queen takes H3. Bam, and bam. And the resignation happened right here as Zhu Zhao won this game. But, of course, this is beautiful to see, obviously, right? Very good stuff, guys. So this was nasty. Hope y'all enjoyed this today. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube for more content just like this. And see y'all on the next video.